really fast though.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that went 0 to like 100 like that.
It went from like a normal like high school anime setting to like
Yeah.
whatever that was, you know?
Yeah, like a crazy. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know what that was. If you're listening, you gotta watch Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah,
Just watch the first episode.
I don't think we can really describe
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know what happened there, but it was crazy. All right, guys, welcome to This Week in Anime. I'm Preetam,
I'm Alan, and we are the anime philosophers. Alright, guys, welcome back to the new season. This week is the first week of the winter season.
Yep.
So, our plan, this is a special episode. We're gonna check out a couple of different anime for you guys and discuss some of the new ones, in addition to the Ancient Magus Bride, which we've been discussing for the past 7 weeks or so. So we're really excited. There's some great anime in the pipeline that we've read some great reviews about. So yeah, we can't wait to get started on them.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a teaser, the anime we're looking at in this special episode today, we're going to be, of course, continuing with Ancient Magus Bride as usual. We're also going to be getting to Record of Grancrest War, and then we're going to be going to Devilman Crybaby, which is highly anticipated from what I've been reading in the forums and stuff. So yeah, we're going to check that out, watch the first episode, give you our initial thoughts on it. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, can't wait to get started. Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah, episode
this
13.
Yep, this week we're continuing with the Ancient Magus Bride, episode 13. Man, we're pretty glad that this is continuing into next season, huh?
Definitely. Can't wait to see what's in store for us this season.
Exactly. Yeah, we left off at a pretty good point last week. Remember with that crazy ending credits preview?
Yeah.
It looks like things are really gonna kick into high gear here. So.
Yeah, look very exciting. Can't wait.
Yeah, and so the title for episode 13 is East, West, Home's Best. Again, I'm really liking these titles. I'm liking the rhymes here.
Yeah.
I wonder how this works and how they're able to translate it so that it rhymes. Yeah, I really wonder.
Yeah.
I want to know what the original Japanese title is.
We should look up who the translator is too, because it takes skill to translate this well.
Yeah.
It's not easy. But yeah, and just like last week, there's no description. So
okay.
I guess we're gonna jump into it blind again.
Yep. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, we just finished episode 13 of the Ancient Magus Bride.
Yeah, new opening in this episode. I guess it was the start of a new season, so they had to switch the opening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked in the new opening. What I liked was the snapshots of the storyline they're gonna show. Like a lot of exciting seems like a lot of new exciting stuff. I think Lindel's teacher was in one of them, so we might learn more about her. Because remember we were talking about how her character is very interesting.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope we learn more about her.
Yeah. So it promises some interesting stuff based on the opening.
Yeah. Right off the bat, I'll say I didn't like the intro music as much as I did.
I will say that. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. The first intro was more impactful.
Yeah. I really liked the first intro a lot. I feel like they should have just kept that one. That one was too good. Maybe they could have changed the outro.
Yeah.
But the intro, original intro, like now when I think Ancient Magus Bride, like I want to hear that, hear that vocal line first.
Yeah,
and it immediately starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that first intro puts you in the mood to watch this anime.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So that's a little bit. I didn't like that part, but
yeah.
I guess the episode made up for it. So.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So the episode itself.
Yeah, so it started off with that interesting mystery speaker kind of
Yeah.
narrating about sleigh beggies in kind of a funny way
Yeah.
when he said sleigh beggy.
Yeah. 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 That
I think, Alan,
Japan.
you said it reminded him of something. Reminded you of something?
Yeah, it reminded me of Hoenn Kioma from Steins Gate. So
Sleigh beggies.
yeah, like people who have watched Steins Gate will know what I mean. But yeah, Hoenn Kioma is known for those very exaggerated Japanese pronunciations.
Yeah. I wonder who that guy was.
Yeah, I
Was it
don't
the
know.
same? Was it the
Yeah,
same mage who she
that's
met
what
at
I'm
the end of the
thinking.
episode?
That's what I'm thinking. Like the weird three-eyed mage at the end.
Okay.
I think, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't exactly remember how similar the voices were, but they seemed kind of similar at least.
Kind of similar, yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's potentially who it is. There were some interesting clues and hints in that little dialogue. They said like sleigh beggies, they're closer to us than humans.
Right.
Um, so wonder what exactly that means.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and this new character at the end, I mean, he seems like it's hard to really say what he's all about because we've never seen him before, we've never even heard of him. But he seems like he's very, very ancient, so
Yeah. Yeah, so let's see what he brings to the story.
yeah.
Moving past that, I think I really really like this episode.
Yeah.
I really like that there was that segment, like a minute or something segment where they just muted the dialogue and there's just had like background score playing and just kind of showed Chise as she settles back into this new
Yeah.
home,
Yeah.
as she's studying magic and
Yeah.
discussing things with Elias and experiencing new things, learning new
Yeah.
things. I thought that was awesome.
It was awesome, yeah.
It just definitely it felt like that house was really a place of warmth, like, and with Elias saying how it was so cold without her and all of these things.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
finally see that warmth in the house. You can literally see it.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of that, by the way, very interesting dialogue between Elias and Chise when he finally realized what that cold feeling was feeling,
Yeah.
that it was loneliness.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you would think that someone who has lived for centuries would have figured that out by now, but
No. I like what Chise says. Like, he really is just a child stuck in an adult body.
yeah, exactly, yeah,
And that is what we were saying in, like, I think 2 podcasts ago, that
yeah,
Elias and Chise, even though chronologically, their ages may seem completely different, that psychologically they're really kind of almost the same.
that's true, that's true. Yeah, all those centuries did not really advance him psychologically, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I think it's because he just never had the connection with a human,
Right,
as
right.
deep of a connection as he does with Chise now, and I can understand
Right.
why. He has a freaking
Yeah.
bone head,
Yeah.
but I guess he can disguise himself. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's interesting about him though, like even at the end, even after all the conversation, he still doesn't tell Chise anything more about himself.
right.
So
She was a bit
yeah,
disappointed in that.
she was a bit disappointed at the end. But I think that's his general thing is very much, he tells things on a need to know basis.
Yeah,
Like not just about himself, but in general. Actually, like I noticed more in this episode, but it's been true throughout.
that's right.
Like in this episode when they're taking like the wool off of those bugs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He just says, "Oh, if you see something that's different, just let me know." But it doesn't give any details, right?
Yeah, he could have told her about that before.
You could have just told her, yeah.
And just like he forgot to tell her to not clip the fur, the
Yeah,
wool from their limbs or whatever, right?
yeah. So he doesn't like to share a lot of information. I
guess
don't know
so.
why.
Yeah, he seems,
Yeah.
secretive.
Yeah, I don't know why that is,
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah.
probably
That's an
would-
interesting, interesting
Yeah, I don't know.
observation.
Yeah. He probably wouldn't be pro open source, dude.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll learn more
Yeah,
Because even when Chise found out that he used to eat humans, right? He was like, "Oh, that's a memory you don't need to have."
yeah, yeah. I
It's
was, I was, I was about to bring that up.
yeah,
Why, why did he want to delete that memory from her so quickly?
yeah. I don't know.
As soon as she said it, like she was like, "Did I look tasty or whatever?" And
Yeah.
he was like, "You were aware during that? Like, you don't need that memory." I don't know why. Maybe he's afraid of that loneliness, right? He's afraid that she
Yeah.
would become more and more afraid of him. I think that's the fundamental
Maybe.
insecurity we're seeing
Maybe.
in Elias throughout, is that he has this insecurity that he's terrifying in some way.
Yeah. Could be. Could be. Maybe that scared away people in the past, and he doesn't want that to happen again.
Yeah,
Could be.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's interesting because Chise has the exact same insecurity. Um, I mean, in a different form of it, but that she's still trying to get away from loneliness, right?
Yes.
And then she
Yes.
says like, I don't want you to let me go. I don't want you to
Yeah.
leave me.
Yeah.
He's fundamentally afraid of that as well. He's
Yeah.
afraid that Chise will see him as some sort of terrifying monster.
Yeah.
Chise thinks that Elias may see her as, just something he bought,
Yeah. Yeah.
and buy it once and maybe discard later.
Mm.
So they're both trying to overcome those feelings of insecurity as they grow closer to each other.
That's true. That's true. And we learned a little bit more about Chisa's past. Like her dad and her brother left,
Yeah,
but we didn't know much more. That's about it, I guess.
yeah, and we learned that they both had the
And
sight.
yes,
So as we
yes, that's true.
speculated in the last podcast, they could see this stuff too.
Yep. Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, lots of interesting stuff going on there. We don't know yet what happened there, like what happened with her family.
Yeah,
So
we're getting more and more clues though.
yeah, yeah.
Are her is the rest of her family still alive? Like her dad and her little
Yeah.
brother? Who
No
knows? Maybe
idea.
maybe they're
Yeah.
still alive.
Maybe her little brother is also a slave beggy. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out about that weird mage at the end though, who like transformed her into a fox.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, what he said at the end was interesting. He's like,
yeah,
"Here's a gift for someone who binds our people," or something like that, he said.
right, right. Yeah, I don't know exactly what he meant by that. Maybe we'll find out.
Yeah, and I really also interesting, a little tidbit in that episode was her ring, right? Her charm. If she
Right.
looks through it, she can see some sort of
Yeah.
shadowy form of whoever's behind the. So that I
Yeah.
wonder how that works.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty interesting.
It's pretty interesting. Like the whole shadowy thing, I remember like Alias used to transform his shadows
Yeah,
uh, in Lindel's
that's right. That's right.
stories, right? So I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Yeah, those shadowy things with eyes reminds me of Pride from
Right,
Full
yeah.
Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh man. Yeah, Pride was quite a character too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Something to dissect in a future podcast, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, overall, great episode. I really like all the different characters, like you were saying, the different like magical characters.
yeah,
It's a very Alice in Wonderland kind of feel.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It is, and they also have a purpose. Like
and they also have a purpose.
they're
Yeah,
a little wonky, just like Alice in Wonderland, like with those sheep.
yeah,
Little goofy kind of derpy little sheep.
yeah,
But they serve a purpose there, and there was a nice contrast. How some of them take heat, some of them take cold,
right.
and that was a very nice juxtaposition with all of this talk about Elias being cold and the
Mm,
loneliness thing and stuff.
yeah,
And I thought that
yeah,
was just
that's
a
true.
nice way of like providing like another layer to it.
Mm.
I found that really really interesting.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah, great episode.
So
It's as
yeah,
usual.
as
There hasn't
usual.
been a single episode that I haven't liked.
Yeah,
13 episodes and counting. So
yeah.
excellent.
All right. So yeah, looking forward for next week's episode then.
Yep. Let's move on to the next series.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right. Another candidate for Winter 2008 season is Record of Grancrest War.
Yep. First episode says contract. And let's see the description. A lone mage named Silica and a vagrant knight named Theo make an oath as master and retainer with hopes of bringing reform to a land riddled with war and chaos.
Okay.
Okay.
So fantasy setting.
Yep. Fantasy, magical setting. Some kind of conflict with war and chaos.
Okay.
So, yeah, looks like could be some good stuff. Let's see how they deliver it. Yep.
Let's check it out. Yeah. All right. Just finished up episode 1 of Record of Grancrest War.
Yep. Interesting anime. It definitely leaves an impression. First episode. I guess it's still too early to really make a final judgment, but it seems very interesting. Like a fantasy world kind of setting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting that they started episode 1 without an opening.
Right.
If you noticed, there was no opening song. They just started with that really weird wedding ceremony, right?
Yeah.
That was interrupted by what was that demon thing called?
Some demon lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think this show holds some promise.
it holds some promise, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it remains to be seen whether it's just, a kind of average kind of fantasy anime, or whether there's something more in the character development.
Yeah.
I think that's, yeah, because the setting seems, it's definitely interesting, but I don't think there's anything super unique about it. So we'll have to see. I think it's really gonna, live and die by the characters. So
I think so too. I think the main characters like Silica and Theo
yeah,
could be interesting as it progresses, but we'll see.
yeah, yes. I think Silica's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, she's wearing Theo like a glove.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so she's definitely interesting. I think Theo, at least just from episode 1, again, with one episode, it's very hard to make any judgments here, but at least our first impression from episode 1, my first impression, is that he seems like fairly shonen.
Yeah.
He seems like a white knight. He wants to go out, get stronger in order to, rescue his homeland from chaos.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like a classic shonen hero without any dark sides. At least as far as like
doesn't seem like that in episode 1. He seems like a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Silica seems more
yeah, she seems
more
devious.
sly. Yeah, more devious.
Yeah. I don't know what she exactly wants.
Yeah.
She's trying to like nudge him around and set him up so that she can somehow like start conquering all these little territories.
Yeah, looks like it.
As we saw, she took over that lord's domain, and then she said he's going to declare himself as part of the Alliance, one of the two main factions in this world, and then so that he would be surrounded. Everyone surrounding him is, I guess, the opposite faction.
Right.
So it looks like she's trying to. That's what she says, right? Like, where are we going? She's like, to war. So I wonder what side she's on and what her motivations are.
It seems almost, I was thinking as watching it, it seems almost like she's playing him like a video game character. Like he defeats like that demon dog thing and he gets promoted.
That's true.
He gets
Fair
like
enough.
a level higher, yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. And now
it's like an RPG game.
It's like an RPG game, exactly.
Yeah.
So it seems like she's like leveling him up. And,
yeah, that's right. That's a good way of putting it.
To conquer the world or something.
Yeah, I guess so. Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
It holds some promise though, definitely.
It definitely holds promise. Probably my favorite series from this season so far.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
would
mean,
say
other than
so.
Ancient Magus Bride, of course,
Of course,
is
yeah,
always there. But yeah,
yeah,
uh, as far as the new series goes, this looks like it holds some promise.
yeah. So far, looks like it.
Yeah, good stuff. I think we'll continue watching episode 2 next week.
Yep, yep. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next series that starts this season.
All right. Final candidate, Devilman Crybaby.
Based on the reviews, one of the most anticipated ones of this season.
Yeah. Um, let's go ahead and read the summary on Netflix here. With demons reawakened and humanity in turmoil, a sensitive demon boy is led into a brutal, degenerate war against evil by his mysterious friend Rio. That's the overall summary.
Yep.
And then episode 1 summary is the title is I Need You. And let's see. Rio, a young professor returning from research abroad, takes his pure hearted, crybaby friend, Akira, to a decadent party where things turn demonic.
Okay.
Definitely sounds interesting.
Yeah. All right. This.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
All right, we just finished episode 1, I Need You, of Devilman Crybaby, and holy cow, it's crazy.
One of the craziest episodes I've seen so far of any anime, actually.
It's like actually crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so first off, right off the bat, really like the intro. I thought that the music and kind of the imagery really sets you up in this mood.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I literally went back and made Alan watch the intro twice
Yeah.
because I like the setting that much.
Yeah.
And I think it's usually, if the intro is pretty good, you can typically tell the anime is going to be pretty good. And it was definitely true in this case, for me at least.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I like the different style of animation too, which is different from most of the anime we've watched before.
Yeah, this is like almost like cell shaded kind of.
Yeah.
It's also like it's weird because it's not realistic.
Yeah.
It's more cartoony. It's more cartoony than standard anime. Um, but
But
it has yeah.
somehow it fits this theme better.
If this theme it fits really
Yeah.
well, yeah, and the environment and stuff is like really well done. The colors
Yeah.
are exceptionally well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wow. Just like in terms of production, this anime looks gorgeous and it's unique. It's super unique style.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, as far as the plot, very unique plot too.
Yeah, it opens up with like an interesting philosophical question.
Yeah.
Premise: love doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Thus, sadness doesn't exist. Very interesting.
Right, right. Yeah, and with the two little kids, Akira and Ryu, like when they were kids,
Yeah, yeah,
a little bit of their story as kids.
yeah.
It seems like a very dark world. A lot of yeah, not a lot of optimism.
Yeah, I really like um, I really like the dichotomy between the characters, the two main characters, Rio and Akira. You
Yeah,
can see, at least when they're kids, you can tell like Akira's more of a crybaby, kind of more of a gentle person.
yep,
He was caring for that cat who was sick, and then Rio said like, Akira, just let me kill him. He's gonna die anyway.
yeah,
That cat. So you can see completely different personality types. I
yeah,
think that contrast is gonna make this series really interesting.
yeah, yeah. And then moving forward to when Rio is like talking about his research, that is quite an interesting area of research, like devil possessions and stuff.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess it'll be interesting to see get more backstory on him. Like how come he's a professor at such a young age? Um, what is his background in? What got him interested in this? Etc.
right.
Um,
Yeah,
Yeah, very interesting. Like the whole the anime in general is very interesting. I really enjoy Tarantino movies, Tarantino movies. Some of my favorites. Uh, so it's very interesting to see. I feel like there's a touch of his style in the direction of this anime. It's kind of like very quick escalation. Yeah, really interesting. It's a very unique style. I don't know if it's exactly his, but it just makes me think of him because he has such an idiosyncratic direction style, and this I think too is also a very unique style of direction for anime that I just haven't seen. So very interesting. Like it stuff just comes out of the blue.
Yeah.
Like with Rio picking up Akira. He just like pulls a machine gun out of his out of his coat. That's like a classic. Like you would see that in like some Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
Like something crazy like that you totally would not expect, and everything escalating like crazy.
And Tarantino movies are pretty graphic too, right? So.
Yeah, and they're very graphic too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought of that.
Yeah. And,
yeah.
Yeah. So that nightclub at the end, dude, that was.
Yeah. That was crazy.
I'm not surprised so many devils resided there.
Yeah, that was just insane. So it looks like Rio had an underhanded motive. He was trying to get a devil to possess his friend.
Yeah. What's their true relationship? Are they friends or are they brothers or what?
I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
It seems like they're just friends.
They're just friends, okay.
That escalated really fast though.
Yeah.
Like that went 0 to like 100 like that.
It went from like a normal like high school anime setting to like whatever that was, you know?
Yeah, like a crazy. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know what that was. If you're listening, you gotta watch Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah.
Just watch the first episode.
I don't think we can really describe exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it was crazy.
Yeah.
The art again. I thought the art it was really well done when things escalated. Like even the color palette kind of changed.
Yes,
like,
that's true.
Originally, it was kind of that bluish kind of. You know, it had kind of a bluish, darkish vibe, and then once things started going crazy, it went like red. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought and it was very interesting. Small little things like that make this, I think, the anime of the season in my opinion.
Yeah, so far at least. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I'm interested in learning the backstory of these two guys. See, like. Yeah. The backstory of this whole world, actually.
Yeah. Insane stuff.
Insane stuff, yeah.
And so the interesting thing is that all the episodes are available on Netflix.
Yeah, they're all.
It looks like they just released the whole series
all at once. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Go big or go home. Yeah, I guess that's the theme of this anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I mean, awesome. So I guess we can probably watch it episode by episode every week.
Yeah. I think there's a lot to discuss for each episode anyway. So.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Ancient Magus Bride and this anime are probably...
Yeah, probably.
We're going to have the most to discuss about these two.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and then third is Grancrest War.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes as well. But even just these two for this season, I think it's going to make a really interesting podcast.
I agree, yeah. A lot to discuss.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. So we're off to a great start to Winter 2018 season. As always, if you like the show, remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, expand the description. We have a couple timestamps there, so you can get to the interesting stuff, whatever you're interested in. I guess since this season we're watching more than one anime, we can kind of split up the timestamps by the series. So if you're only watching one anime, you can just follow along. I think that's it for this episode, folks.
Yep, that's it. And until next time, guys.
Stay inspired.